One Marvel fan came up with an emotional post-credit scene for Avengers 4, featuring Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, and Peggy Carter, Haley Atwell, after their brief encounter in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, following their long separation after the events of Captain America: The First Avenger. Peggy eventually died in her sleep, with Steve attending her funeral as seen in Captain America: Civil War. And while Marvel Studios attempted to introduce a brand new love interest for the super soldier with Sharon Carter, Peggy's niece, it was immediately clear that wasn't something fans could really get behind. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like there are plans to move forward in that direction, considering that she hasn't been mentioned since. Admittedly, with the horrifying way things ended for Earth's mightiest heroes in Avengers: Infinity War, it isn't really the time for the franchise to tackle romantic relationships, but part of what makes MCU heroes relatable is the connections they have with other people. So as much as people have been invested in Steve's life as Captain America, fans are also looking forward to seeing how his personal life pans out. And recently, one fan came up with an emotionally fitting end to his journey that finally reunites him with Peggy, albeit in decidedly bittersweet fashion. Related, fan movie emphasizes how great Captain America's MCU story is, proposed by Twitter user Shy Starkaz. A post-credit scene for Avengers 4 where Steve arrives in the afterlife following his death, with Peggy waiting for him this year. And while it's not confirmed that the super soldier will indeed bite the bullet in the Phase 3 capper, he, alongside several other principal characters of the franchise, are heavily rumored to end their respective MCU stories. Lending credence to this fan-made scenario, what if Steve dies in Avengers 4 and the post-credit scene is him walking into an old empty dance hall, the one in the Vision, and you hear Peggy's voice saying, "You're late," arguably one of the most tragic love stories in the MCU. Peggy and Steve didn't even have the dance that they were supposed to have all the way back in the first Avenger. Considering Marvel Studios' ability to infuse their films with the perfect amount of fan service, not to mention making sure that certain subplots get the payoff they deserve no matter how long it takes, seeing the two reunite is not outside the realm of possibility. But although the proposed post-credit scene would definitely be a hit with fans of the couple, it seems unlikely that this would be exactly how directors Joe and Anthony Russo go about resolving Peggy and Steve. And since time travel is expected to play a major factor in Avengers 4, there's no scarcity of ways that could be done. It's important to note, however, that there's been no official announcement concerning Atwell's involvement in Avengers 4. At one point, it was heavily rumored that she was filming scenes for the project, after she posted a photo of herself sporting a dotted face used for visual effects. But she dismissed speculations when she said that she was working on Christopher Robin at the time. Although looking back at it now, she didn't really have any scenes in that Disney film where her face was digitally altered. Considering that Infinity War didn't pre-announce the return of Red Skull, newly played by Ross Marquand, it's highly possible that Marvel Studios could simply be holding back a Carter cameo as a surprise for fans. Source: Shy Stark. Twitter tags: The Avengers 4